Yo, Dirty T and the Boys 2024.
Does everybody know what time it is?
Hello, I'm Tyler, and this is what I would like to call 7 and 3 pork chops. I don't know what to do for an intro anymore. I've been thinking about it all week long. I don't know what to do. Facing Corey this week, rematch from him beating me earlier this week, giving me my first loss. So I absolutely have to get this win. I got to do something to get in his head. Maybe do some sort of deep fake video where I place his head over like the Joker and I place my head over the Batman, or he could be Lex Luthor to my Superman, or maybe I could incorporate the spy versus spy thing, that old Mad TV skit where I could be the white spy, he could be the black spy, or actually no, I would be the black spy, he'd be the white spy, because Corey's pastier than Elmer's glue and I drive a Dodge Charger. But nothing's, I mean, I guess he could be the Ivan Drago to my Rocky Balboa, which kind of works if you think about it. Corey's not Russian, but I don't know. We'll give it a shot. What's to lose? We'll give it a shot.
Unbelievable, the condition of both men.
I must break you.
Baby, better get that straight. I think it's unbelievable how you give into the hands of fate. Something's all worth fighting for. Some feelings never die.
Good luck. I hope after we will friends. I hope so. Of course, they're sportsmen, not soldiers.
There's no easy way out. There's no shortcut home. There's no easy way out. Giving in can't be wrong. I don't wanna pacify. I don't wanna drag you down, but I'm feeling like a prisoner, like a stranger in a no-name town. I see all the angry faces.
All right, it's time to go to school, huh?
You and me, talking about what might
Look at your hands up, man. You need an interpreter. It's time to go to school.
You will lose.
All right.
There's no easy way out. Giving in can't be wrong. Baby, baby, we can share this skin. We can know how we feel.
Yeah, stop. This fight's finished. I gotta call him. Look, you can't do no more out there. You're fighting. He's killing me. I can't stop this thing.
Some feelings never die. I'm not asking for another chance. I just wanna know why. There's no easy way out. There's no shortcut home. There's no easy way out.
I don't know.
It's Dirty Tea in the Boys time.
There's no easy way out. There's no shortcut home.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Week 11. It is Wednesday, November 13th, and things are starting to heat up as we head towards the playoffs here. Got only, I think, 3 or 4 more regular season games. And if you're not in the top 6, you're out. If you're not in the top 6, you're out. Let's go ahead and explain this. Also, if you didn't catch the Chris being Apollo Creed reference, because Corey beats Chris week 9, sets off a bit of a losing streak for Chris. Ivan Drago kills Apollo Creed in Rocky 4, in case you guys didn't know that. One of the best movie franchises, actually the best movie franchise there is. And they really peaked with number 4, even though I believe my favorite Rocky movie is number 2. Might be number 1. It's really hard. I mean, even number 3. Number 3 didn't really, it was an unnecessary film, but it was fun. Had Mr. T, Hulk Hogan, and Sylvester Stallone was super ripped in number 3. Then he got more ripped in number 4. And then Rocky 5 was just really, really depressing. But anyways, let's go over this. I did beat Wes for a second time. Thank the Lord. 133 to 116. I would say Chuba Hubbard was the MVP on my end. And who was the most valuable player on, who would it be? I guess J.K. Dobbins. He only got 8 points. No one really outperformed except for Joe Burrow on Wes's team. Unfortunate loss for him. That takes him to 6-4, which really doesn't really switch anything up. But good win for me. I like winning. I'm shooting for second place, which I got a lot of work to do because Chaz has put up a lot of points and he's still winning. This was the week to beat Chaz, and James just couldn't do it with 109 points. Let's see what happened here. Lamar Jackson getting his typical. Nobody really else performed other than Bijan. He got a couple of touchdowns. Lamar, Devontae Smith only got, he got 12 points. I'm sorry. What happened over here? Who didn't do it over here? Dalton Kincaid, who, did he get injured? Yeah, he got hurt. I thought he got hurt. Bills had knee, not participating in practice as they go up against Kansas City this coming up week. That's going to be a good game. Jonathan Taylor did his thing. Just wasn't quite there. Bo Nix, yeah. Bo Nix is typical, getting 20 points. He's dropped down to like 14 points there. That might have been the deciding factor there. Chaz still winning, still putting up points. It's unfortunate. This was a hard loss for Chris. Nicholas barely got this win, even after Jamar Chase with record-breaking numbers with 55 fantasy points. Let's look at this. 11 receptions, 264 yards, average of 24 yards per reception, 3 touchdowns, 17 targets, 264 yards. And in week 5, he had 41 points with 193 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jamar Chase, I believe he is the 11th or 12th place in most fantasy points for a week. I think number 1 is around 68 points. That's very skewed because that number 1 position was like from the 70s or something like that, when people were doing fantasy football on the back of a napkin or something, or the front of a napkin, whichever side you want to use. Jared Goff was 7.8 points. He had 5 interceptions. This was not the week to play Jared Goff, Who was your other quarterback? You didn't have one. But still, he was still able to put up 140 points, even though nobody else other than James Conner on his team did. And Puka got 18 points. Pretty good there. Over here, you got Jalen Hurts going. You got Kyron Williams, who only got 11 points. He didn't get a touchdown either, did he? Yep, broke that. Well, he hasn't gotten a touchdown in a while. Why was I thinking that he was getting a touchdown every week? Yeah, Tyreek only with 11 points. Tyreek did get a touchdown, though, but he hasn't done much all year. I'm just waiting for that week that Chris doesn't play him, and then he goes off. Look at his 11, 12, 13, 2, 12, 8, 7, 6. He's had one game where he's gone over 20 points. That is bonkers. Taken in the first round. Good win for Nicholas there. 140 points up against his adversary, Chris Richard. Chris, is he on a losing streak? Is he as dead as Apollo Creed in Rocky IV? Can he be resurrected? Maybe he can be whatever Apollo Creed's son is. Maybe he can do that. I never watched those movies because I don't like Michael B. Jordan. And they wrote that script on their own. That didn't really have anything to do with Sylvester Stallone. If you know the Rocky story, that's pretty screwed up. Anyways, good win for Nick there. Josh getting 95 points, up to 101 points from Chase. This could have been the easiest win over Chase thus far, and Josh just couldn't pull through. Baker with 8 points. That's definitely what lost it for you. DeAndre Hopkins, dirty player, by the way. Watch DeAndre Hopkins. He's flopping. He's doing all sorts of dirty stuff. Keenan Allen with only 9 points. And he had Sam Laporta on the bench, which got a touchdown. So 5.6. Could that have? No, that wouldn't have. It would have been. Yeah. No, that would have done it. An extra 5.6 points. Yep, he would have played Laporta instead of Goddard. Chase over here playing Sam Darnold, who got 6 points. That's good. Saquon with only 8 points. Wow. A lot of people just didn't really pull through their projections. Here's another unfortunate win for Corey, who won with 94 points. So you got the two strongest guys. Well, top 5 strongest guys. Corey and Chase both only getting Chase barely getting 100 points, and Corey maintaining a double-digit lead here up against 78 points. Who didn't do it? Well, we'll name them off. Russell Wilson, he did pretty good. McCaffrey did pretty good for that first game back. Jaylen Warren with 9 points. Khalil Shakir, that's good for him. Leggett could have got more. He had a lot of chances to get more, and he didn't. Gesicki was 7. DJ Moore, Falcons defense with -1 points. Meanwhile, on your bench, you got Kyler Murray, who I'm pretty sure I said maybe you should play him. Calvin Ridley, who I don't think anyone could have projected that. I did say to play Rico Dowdle, which you made the right move with not playing him, I guess. Oh, what's Glenn going to do this coming up week? I don't know, but Corey's still holding that lead very strongly. Let's go to week 11. This is where the big Russian gets knocked down off of his Russian throne by me. I'm projected 135 points to 118 points. This looks like a very easy win. Look, if you look at their previous matchup, 139 to 140, I believe was the closest matchup all year. Could be wrong. I might be wrong out with a point. What would that be? 1.26 difference, if I'm reading that correctly. We got CJ Stroud up against up against Allen. Kamara up against Henry. Who's CD Lamb's? Up against Amon-Ra. We got some of the best players. Brian Thomas Jr. Don't think he did too much last week, did he? Yeah, 3.2 points. And he's going up against Detroit's defense, so that might be a bad decision. Let's see if he's got anybody. Oh, no, he doesn't have anybody. This might be, I got to take this W here. I'm almost 20 points projected in front of him. Yep, I'm going to take that one, no question. If you've seen Rocky 4, Rocky does get revenge. He avenges Apollo Creed and knocks out Ivan Drago, and then continues to win the Russian crowd over on Christmas Day. If you can change... No, what do you say? If I can change, you can change. We all can change. So I'm taking that win. James up against Nicholas. This is an uneventful matchup. James probably should get this win. He's got Aaron Jones questionable and Dalton Kincaid questionable. But he's got some backups on the good-looking bench there. Next team, he's got Jared Goff again this week, which should be a safe play up against Jacksonville, but Jared Goff did throw for 5 interceptions last week. Nick Chubb, Ramondre, he's got a really strong team. It's crazy that he is, 2-8. He's got 2 wins under his belt. If he gets this win, he'll be tied with James Holloway. Oh, I'm gonna give the underdog this one. Looks like James won it last year, but last matchup, 105-79, which is super low numbers. I think Nick's going to take this one. Chase up against Chaz. This might be matchup of the week here. Looks like Chaz got 148 to his 115 last matchup. Who do we have playing? He's still got Darnold in there. But is he going to play Geno Smith or Tua? He could play either one of those. I don't know if I would play. I mean, you're safe with Darnold, too. I don't know. Saquon, DeAndre, looks like everybody's healthy. Jahmyr Gibbs up against that Jacksonville garbage team. Over here, we got Lamar up against Pittsburgh. Lamar's probably going to get a lot of points there. Bijan, who knows? Devon, who knows? Devontae, who knows? His team's not that good, but he's got David Montgomery. So we got David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. That should be interesting. I wonder who gets the higher pointage there. I'm going to give this one to... Well, I need Chaz to actually lose this. Yeah. So Chase is going to win this one for my benefit. Glenn up against Chris. Who knows who's going to win this one? Is Nico Collins going to play? I presume he will play this week. He's still questionable, though. If Nico Collins plays, then that's a huge game changer. Glenn did get the win in week 2, though. Interesting. So we got Christian McCaffrey's back. He's got Rico Dowdle in there now. That's interesting. Calvin Ridley's in there now. Okay, I don't know. I'm going to give this one to Chris, but just because Glenn loses a lot and does not perform the way his team should. So I'm going to give this one to Chris, but tight game maybe? Maybe another Monday night situation, which Chris always seems to end up in. So we're going to give that one to Chris. Wes versus Owens. I'm going to give this one to Wes as well, even though if he loses, that could be really interesting. If he loses, Chris wins. They'll both be 6-5. And then it'll come down to points. And then if James wins, things could get tight here in the end. I'm going to give this one to West. He won it last time. But who really knows? Anything going on here? Not really much going on in the league. Let's look at the standings real quick, and then we'll call it a day. Corey's sitting in front. Chaz sitting there right in second place. Let's see. And he's about 100 points in front of me, whatever the math is on that. But Chase is not. If Chase loses, I could be... I don't know. So let's see if anything could happen here. So if Chris loses, he'll drop down to 5 and 6. James wins, he goes to 4 and 7. Or if Glenn wins, he goes to 4 and 7. So this little pocket here, you got Glenn, James, and Chris. So that's and you can, I guess you can throw Wes in there. That's the real toss up. I guess we'll figure out more next week, I guess. I don't know. But that's the show. I got no more Jameis Winston clips, I don't think. So I don't know what I'm going to put at the end of this video. It doesn't matter because most of you don't watch it this far anyways. I'm sure I've lost most of you. So as always, stay safe, stay smart.